Alright, y'all, welcome back to our channel, and today we are coming nigh here. This is early in the morning, y'all. And I tell you, we are tired. This is a Sunday morning before church. We went to sleep late this Saturday watching movies and stuff. And guess what? We end up getting up around 7 in the morning. Like, we gotta go to work or something. And I'm like, bruh, it's a little too early. Then I'm like, you know what? I guess we up for a reason. Let me just get up and comb this girl here. The funny thing is, this Saturday I told her to wash her hair and blow dry it. So when she does that, I could just go ahead and jump in there and just comb her hair, right? How about your girl had to cook, clean, wash, season some meat, mop and sweep the floor, wipe the windows down, cut up some onions and peppers so you could freeze them, put my fruits and stuff away. And also, I think that day was I was on the road all day too. I think I did my blood work that day. We went to about 2, 3 different grocery stores, and I was just like burnt out, y'all. When I say I was burnt out, ain't nobody could tell me something when I tell you I burnt out, y'all. I was so tired. I said, no, your mother can't come in here today. And that was about what, 6, 7 o'clock. I was like, look, I was planning on just doing something quick to your hair, and I'm like, nah, I'm too tired. I can't even sit down, watch some TV right now. I'm just tired. Like, I can't come in here tonight. But she was okay with it. I was like, all right, now I'm gonna put some big plaits in here, like 2 plaits. She call it goat hairstyle. She be saying it make her look like a goat, y'all. But pray for her. It was just 2 big plaits so she go to sleep. So when I was able to get up in the morning and then go into the hair and start all over, it wouldn't be as bad. So here am I now, fighting with this hair, y'all. Mind you, I told y'all she blow dried the hair the day before. Why my girl hair look the same as if it was never blow dry? I don't know what kind of hair we got, y'all. It's like, I don't know. It's I don't know, y'all. I don't know what kind of hair this is. But anyways, what I had to do, I had to keep coming back through the braid with the hand dryer. Which I noticed that, you know what? I ain't gonna complain because I know there's gonna be a new thing for me to do. I will always have to blow dry the whole head, come back, part grease or gel, and then put the hand dryer back in the braid again. I said that right. I'll part first, blow dry, then put the gel and stuff so it doesn't burn her hair. So I find that helped a lot. It wasn't as hard for me to braid it. It was easy for me to go through, but it was still kind of rough a little bit at the end. So I had to add some gel and stuff on the ends, y'all. You see me dipping, dibbling, dabbling just to put the gel on the end so it could blend in good with the braids. And y'all, I am learning. I'm not 100% good at braiding here, so bear with me, y'all. The good thing about it, she likes when I do her hair and I add the extra bit of hair on there, so she's not really complaining. The only thing me and her go through is the type of hairstyle she be asking for, y'all. I don't know what hairstyle she be asking for. I'd be like, go on Pinterest or go somewhere that I could look or see a picture of something that I could see what hairstyle you asking for. I would say I'm not a good braider. Like, like I can't do too many styles and certain things and those new 2025, 2026 hairdos that coming on now. I can't do those. I could part and I could braid and I could add a little piece of hair and that's about it. I'm still struggling on how to shear the hair. I would tell him, be like, I need me another hair rack because guys, you can see my hair rack is on the chair. I was looking for one that actually stands instead of having it sitting on a chair. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to just sacrifice and just use what I got. I ain't going to die. But it's working. Don't get me wrong. This is actually working. It's coming in handy. The only thing is I feel as though I need to prep the hair the day before. If I got to prep that hair the same day and comb my hair, that out the window. I ain't going to touch your head. I just feel like I'm going to be in your head for half a day if I don't shear the hair out the day before. So I'm learning, y'all. And Yeah, I would have to tell me how this look because your girl is trying. So now, like I was saying with the shearing part, I'll just share all the hair at the same size. So when I'm adding the hair, I can't really tell you if I'm doing the right thing because some might be thicker than others. And then a certain part of her hair is thicker than a certain size. So like the front or the top of her hair is very thick, very, very, very full. When you come to the sides and the back, it's thin, but not as thin like but it's more thinner than the top of her hair. So I feel as though when I comb in her hair on the top, I would always have to add extra hair because she got a lot of hair. And you could tell like how I'm running the hand dryer and you can see it's not as full as the other side that I was doing. So that's the way her hair is set up. But she sits throughout the process. She doesn't really complain to say, "Oh my God, mommy, my hair, my hair." She do that at some point, but not on a regular basis, if you know what I'm saying. So she's not really the one who would be like crying, screaming, screaming, like twisting, turning. Like, she have her days on that, but once she got that phone or iPad, y'all, or watching some TV, she don't even know when I'm in her head unless she get hungry or I'm really, really pulling her hair. And to me, I don't braid tight. She say I do. I don't feel like I do. But she be saying, our hair be tight and stuff. And I'm like, girl, your hair ain't tight. And then sometimes I feel like if it is tight, it's because I'm trying to hold the hair and grip it. When I say grip, I'm not saying it's kind of short. I'm saying so it could look neat. But I feel as though I think the slower I take to braid, the better it looks. So if you see me rushing and I'm like, yeah, we gotta go, I'm tired. That hair ain't gonna look as 100% as I wanted to. But it would still look like something for her to go to school. Compared to me paying somebody, what, $150 plus just to braid her hair. I'm like, girl, me ain't paying that. That's if you want them certain hairstyle, you need to ask your daddy to go take you to some hairstylist to pay that fee because me ain't paying it. I'm gonna use your head as a mannequin and I'm gonna learn how to do it and we gonna put your hair in something so you can look like something and then you can go to school and make yourself look like a genius and then you be going to school looking like you got an owner, y'all. Don't get me wrong, y'all. But yeah, so your girl is trying. So just saying anyway, so you can see me again here dabbing that gel right here because again, I don't know how much hair I'm using, but your girl was getting tired. You can see I'm starting to sit on this up and down, up and down, up and down. I'm like, Lord Jesus. And I'm thinking like, Lord, how long is it gonna take? And I'm noticing like when I'm doing her hair too, I don't like to do it small. But I notice when I do it small, it lasts a little longer. But when I do it big, because I'm tired and don't feel like combing hair and I do it like this medium size, she be like, oh, I don't like it big, or it doesn't last as long. So she was telling me she want orange in her hair because we in the month of October. And she like, well, Mom, you could do orange because it's Halloween. I'm like, girl, what in the world you want to put orange in your hair? But anyways, I didn't put much. Like the last time I did the pink hairstyle in her hair, I think I used too many pink. But it didn't look bad. I just felt like I overpowered her hair with the pink. But this time I just shared a few orange. I didn't even think I used all of them. Just a little bit of the orange. And I just added to the end. When I did the pink, I was using it in the roots. Like from her scalp all the way to the end. I think I was just killing it a little too much. But it didn't look bad. So here now you see I'm coming back with a hand dryer. My girl already got a banana because she was saying she getting hungry. I'm like, girl, here, eat a banana because I ain't going to cook nothing right now. I'm trying to finish your hair. Ain't time for me to be in front of no stove, but you gonna munch on a banana until we done your hair, girl. But other than that, yeah, she's really, look, she's starting to get pain. I see. She's starting to rub her eyes, she's starting to get fidgety, she's starting to squinch her face. And that mean I'm getting tight with her hair, y'all. She be like, oh, I mean, she got her days, y'all. She would whine, she would cry, she would twist, turn, want to go to the bathroom, she want to go look for some, she want to go itch her skin, she want to do everything, y'all. But other than that, she's well behaved. I just don't know if she want to do that with me or I'm really plaiting tight or if she would do the same thing sitting in a hairdresser chair. So I just sacrifice myself and be like, you know what, I'm going to comb your hair, girl. And I'm like, oh, I remember the time when they was like, oh, I want to get pregnant, I want to give me a daughter. What? I forget, come with a daughter, you got to comb the hair. I was just saying I want a daughter so I could dress it up, but I clean forget you got to comb the hair. And I was like, dang, if I had guessed son, no, it would have been like, okay, your father gonna deal with your hair because me ain't gonna be doing all that stuff. I ain't even think I'm gonna braid your hair as much. I'm gonna just till he cut it all off. So I don't have to be doing no haircut. Me don't even like to go on mine. No, your father. Don't talk about he, y'all. He want me now to start braiding he hair. And then I'm like, bro, me don't even want to comb mine or my child. And you want to add on extra head. I'm like, listen, me ain't got time. Me ain't got time. But yeah, y'all, I just don't like to comb. I even thought of maybe starting it as a side hustle. Like, you know what? Maybe I should just start charging people $30, $40 to braid the kids' hair so they could look like something. It ain't even about the money, but it's about getting something extra so I could pay some bills up in here or go places. But I was also thinking about, I don't think I could sit there or stand there and be like, Lord, these kids twisting and turning. I can want to manage my child. I don't think I could have the patience and be like, turn your head, keep still, stop crying. Boy, I might just be like, never mind. I'll just tell you, your mama to go come and get you or something, because I ain't got the patience, y'all. I don't think I could do, but I did have it in mind, though, to do it, though. I don't know if I will, but I thought about it, if that makes sense. That's when I was talking to y'all about that little hair stand. I was saying if I get a bigger one, the one that stands up with the legs from the ground up, I think I will go ahead and start doing kids hair and charge maybe like $30 for real. I don't know. Just to help some parents out. 'Cause, ain't nobody want to be paying $100 and something, but I'll come true and charge y'all a little bit of dollars just so your child could look like something to go to school. And that's daddy. Oh, she like that type of stuff. He come get your kid like, hello. But he was outside cleaning the yard and washing the car. So I'm like, okay, cool. Great. You go do that. Let me deal with her here. If anything, just know me ain't cooking right now because I'm trying to finish her here. But I'm going to give you something to eat when you come home, which is going to be some cooked meals. Yeah, y'all. But anyways, yeah, but just see how I'm doing, y'all. Y'all could be real in the comments. Let me know how I'm doing, like how the bread's coming along. Like, tell me what you think, like literally. How you think I'm doing? Because she's being well behaved. You see my girl ain't crying. She ain't whining. She ain't tripping. But she likes to touch and see what it looks like. I'm surprised she don't even have the camera. I mean, not the camera. The mirror, so she can see how her hair looks. But she keep touching to see how it looks. Or she want to be like, oh, I want to go in the bathroom just to see her hair, y'all. And she is, how would I say it? No, I don't know. She like to be, she more girly. She want to be pretty. She want to have colors. She want to be glang glang. She want to have glitters and stuff like that. One thing with her hair, she likes when her hair is done. You can't tell nothing when her hair is done, y'all. I'd be like, nah, let me put a bonnet on your head. Let me tie your hair down so it could look fresh too. Like if I done her hair now and I say, all right, now we gotta sit down for like an hour or two before we leave the house. And I tell her put a bonnet or tie it down. My girl didn't want to tie her hair down, y'all. She would be in the mirror from break dawn till tomorrow and be like, oh, I like my, and she be dancing in the mirror. She want to be doing all this type of stuff. And my girl will even complain and say, oh, no, I just want to leave it on. It's too hot. And she ain't going to want to put on her bonnet. So now I got to keep an eye on her like at nighttime and be like, hey, you know what? Please put a bonnet on here at night. If I'm tired and I like, look, I ain't got time to babysit you talking about this bonnet every day. Like, you have to be responsible for that. Some days she will forget. Like, if I go to sleep early and I know her daddy ain't going to be like, hey, girl, put your bonnet on. But if I don't tell her put it on before I go to bed, she may or may not do it. Like, in the beginning, like, if, like, today for tomorrow, yes, she'll put it on her head. 3-4 days down the week, she don't care about that hair. She don't care about tying it down. She will a little bit, but then I would have to still make sure. But I notice now, like, when she get up in the morning, the bonnet be out. So I don't know how bad my girl be sleeping, y'all. But I notice her habits when it comes to her hair. Or let's say it's comb, and she be like, oh, I don't want to rip it up at night. It looks bad. It needs to come up. It needs to get redo something new. And she be like, no. I'm like, nah, yeah, it's bad. And to me, her father be saying the same thing. I'd be like, no, nah, I think your hair need to be combed again. It doesn't look fresh, right? And he'd be like, girl, her hair could go another week. I'd be like, And I feel like when it's like that is when you can hardly see the part. It's not as clean, If all you guys who know about hair, you would know what I'm talking about. I don't think it is clean or as neat as it should when it done pass a week or two. So I would mostly be like, yeah, it's time to come out. And I'm like, yeah, that's just me. But with her and her hair, she very particular. Right now I got her picking pictures off the website and telling me what to do. She did pick something with 4 braids. And I'm like, nah, what do you want me to do with 4 braids? She wanted like 2 in the front, 2 in the back with ponytails and a long old braid braiding down. I'm like, nah, your hair can't do that right now. She's like, oh yeah, my hair can do it. I'm like, no, your hair can't do that. If I do that today, that's gonna be messed up tomorrow. I said, if you really want that hair, I'll do it for the summer, because you ain't got nowhere to go. You don't have to go to school. You don't have to look too presentable to go anywhere. But I will braid it for you, make it look like something, because you're asking for it, because you home for like the holidays or a little day off from school. That's just something, and I would do that. But other than that, there's certain things that she be picking I don't be agreeing with. But what can I say? Kids. I wasn't even agreeing with the, what you call it, the color in the hair either. I was just saying it was a little bit too much. I remember when I wanted color in my hair, my sister was like, oh no, you can't wear color for school. And I was like, oh, I think I could. But at that time, my sister was like, nope, no color. But she did it once. She gave me a blue. It was a pretty blue. Back in the day, going to school for me was all Crips and blood. Tell me why I decided to put braids in my hair with like a pretty blue. It was like was it navy blue? It was a pretty blue, y'all. Don't get me wrong. It was pretty. Everybody and their mama were asking me who did my hair. They love my hair, y'all. It was really pretty. Really pretty. So, to be honest, I got lenient again. I'm like, okay, I'll put color in your hair. But I was thinking, like, maybe since I'm putting color in her hair, the school might say, like, oh, no, she's suspended. She can't go or come to school because of color of her hair. I think the school is not as strict, because this may be the 3rd time I'm putting color in her hair. And they never told her anything or called me to say anything, like, take it out, remove it. She can't enter the classroom. So that's a good thing. It's not color-coded or restriction at her school. So I could do maybe 1 or 2 colors, but not overbearing. I just felt like I did too much when I did the last hairstyle in the pink, which I'm working on, y'all. But this time I did less. So you can see I only did like 3 stripes of orange. And it wasn't too much to complain about. So I'll give myself a pat on the back for that. I think the less is more. Because when I did less, it still looked cute. Because when we went to church, everybody was like, oh my God, your hair is so cute. And they want me to do their child hair and stuff. I'm like, girl, I don't mind doing your daughter hair, but just know I'm not a professional when it comes to hair. I really can't just pick up the job. But if you want your child hair to look like my daughter on, yeah, definitely. Give me $30, $40 and I'll make it look like something. And if you want, you can sit around until I'm done. I think when I did my hair, it took about an hour and a half. I would just say about 2 hours, because when I had to add the curls and dip it in water, that adds up. So then just to say the braided is the time. It's about curling, wrapping, cutting, putting in hot water, drying. All that comes and plays a part in it. So as much as we might think, oh, braiding is easy or whatever, no, don't swallow that, y'all. That is a lie. I would be seeing, like, I wonder why people charge so much, but I get it. It's the time. But at the end of the day, if you're doing it for the money, I'll see why you're broken people's pocket. But if you're doing it because you like to do it, then it shouldn't be that expensive. But who am I to say, right? I'm just helping parents out. For me, I just like to help people. Ain't about the money, ain't about all that extra stuff. But when you're talking about time, yeah, people want their time to be valued, and I get it. Don't get me wrong, I get it. Everybody's time need to be valued, so it still need to make sense. Like if you're using your electric, I use my drag, I use my soap, gotta use my work, I use my gel. I might even have to provide it here, so all that stuff adds up. So for all the moms out there that think of doing the same thing as a business or a side hustle, go ahead in it. I'm still debating if I should. Y'all tell me down in the comment if you think something like this I should do based on how my daughter here looks. I might be able to help another parent, and I'm not going to be broke in their pocket. It's just something to get by for the school week, But if you say you want a birthday hairstyle and stuff like that, I don't think I could master that, But to say I can't do it, I ain't going to say it like that in a bad way. But I know it's going to look like something compared to not looking like you got somewhere to be. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, y'all, but I'm wrapping it up. I think this is the last braid that I'm doing here in her head. And she getting a little aggravated, y'all. I mean, aggravating. As much as it look with me turning her head, it look like I'm rough, but y'all, I'm not rough. I'm just turning her head, y'all. I know she be saying, oh, but it's not that. She just complaining because she's assuming that I'm pulling her hair, which I don't feel like I am doing. But who am I to say? Because I'm not the one sitting down. So you can see y'all know she getting tired. She getting fidgety now. So it's time for her to get up. And one thing she would do, she'd sit though. Don't get me wrong. She would sit there. If it take me 6 hours to do her hair, she'd sit. So shout out to you, Nye, for sitting and giving mommy a chance to play in your head. Play in your head. I ain't gonna say braid in your hair. I'm gonna say play in your hair because your mama ain't know what she doing, but you giving me the opportunity to learn. I was even plan on even buying a mannequin and something to just learn, but I said, what mannequin? I could use Nye head as a mannequin, but mostly for her though. So she could learn how to braid and she could maybe start braiding her hair when she get older. Get a dolly or a mannequin, you just learn how to braid. I don't see nothing wrong with that. I think when I saw the mannequin, it was a couple dollars and it wasn't that much to say it would broke your pocket. But I think I'm gonna invest in one of those. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Like, should I buy me a mannequin head so she can learn how to braid? So maybe she could braid my hair too, or her daddy hair, so I don't have to do it. So I'm gonna see what we could do. I might look on maybe Shein or Temu and see if I could find or invest in something like that for her. I'm gonna just do that. And right now, y'all, I'm wrapping it up. I'm putting these curlers on the end now because she wanted the ends to be curl. Like I was showing y'all, those little gray curlers. I think I got those off of Temu or Shein, one of the two. So I'm just wrapping them up, clipping them at the end. And what I'm gonna do is now dip them in some hot water. I had a water boiling at the time. So this is what I do. I put it like in a little measuring cup, and I'm gonna dip all the braids in the water. All the braids in the water. I don't do it long. I just give it like maybe about 5 to 10 seconds, 20 seconds, maybe not even more than a minute. And I'll dip it in there and keep it in there, and then I'll pat dry it. I don't use a dryer, just pat dry it with a towel. This part is kind of tricky because you don't want the hot water to drop or the braid to touch her back because it's gonna burn. You can see the steam coming out this cup, y'all. So you gotta be very, very careful when it comes to doing this part. So that's why I don't really do it too long because, again, it's just for school. It's nothing for it's just for school. So this is how it look, y'all. Tell me how it do. Thank you guys for watching.